Hey everyone, in this video we're going to talk about a really important keyword, and that is the keyword else. And you might be confused because didn't we talk about else with the if statements? Yes, in fact we did. However, this is a different context. We're going to be talking about the else with loops. And this concept of using an else with a loop is actually fairly new to me. However, the same concept I've implemented, I just haven't used the else keyword with it. So I'm going to be teaching you something pretty cool, and it should make your life a whole lot easier. So what it's going to do is it's going to execute a section of code once the for loop or while loop is done. So for example, we'll go in here, go back to the correct indentation with this for loop and say else and a colon, and then we'll print loop is done. So running this, we can put whatever we want in here, Python, running this, and it says loop is done. It only says it once and it happens after the loop. So that's the statement, that's how it works. However, it doesn't really add any value right now, because if you get rid of this else, look, it's going to do the same exact thing. Now it's just going to jump down to line 10 and execute that code. So if we search for Python again, it still says loop is done. So how is this any different? Well, the main thing is if you break out of the loop, the else is not going to be hit. So let's say we're looking for a particular language and we want to break as soon as we hit that language, then the else is going to be skipped. So let's try that out. So if it's found, we break, and instead of saying loop is done, we can say not found. And this needs to be in an else, like so. So running this, what are we searching for? We're searching for Python. Python was found. Let's run it again, and what are you searching for? Let's go with Py, not found. Before I knew about the else with the loop, I would do something very similar with what would be known as a flag variable, which is just pretty much a Boolean variable that tells you to do something later on in your code. And that would look something like this. Found, and you'd set it to false. And then if it's found, we would say found is now true. We would not use the break, and we would not use the else. And down here we would say if not found, then we would print not found. So running this, let's try it. What are you searching for? Chicken, not found. So that is the equivalent of doing this without the else for the loop. Either one gets the job done, so whichever one you prefer. Some people do not like the concept of flag variables and would prefer to use the else. Although in my career, I haven't seen an else with a loop very much, so maybe it's not super popular. I don't know, I think it's best just to know both options. So thank you guys for that, and I'll see you in the next one.